Hi, it's Vicki with the Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S., actually in the state of Georgia, if you couldn't tell. And I am going to create a really cute card, but not this one. I'm going to use the same stamp set. I'm going to create my own background, and I'm going to use a little sponge dauber and do a little technique with that. So I hope you will enjoy this video. And just to let you know, this stamp set, So Happy to Have You in My Life, is actually from the new Occasions catalog. And if you would like to have a catalog, please let me know. You can email me, and I will put my email in the description as well as on the screen. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be yours. So hang on, and we're going to go play. Okay, so our card is going to be a really cute card. It's going to be made with the Amazing Life stamp set. We're going to use So Happy to Have You in My Life, but we're going to do it a little different. But look at these cute stamps that you can see here. And there's so many ways that you can use it. What we're going to do today is we're going to use this stamp, and it's a pretty large one. So the way I choose to use it is with my Stamparatus. Don't you love my magnets? These magnets are so powerful that if you let them get too close together, it's a possibility that they might break. In case you couldn't tell. I put mine back together with washi tape. All right, so I love my Stamparatus. It's probably one of my favorite tools. And I love the grid paper because you can use, like if you're doing repetitive stamping, you can just put your paper in the same spot every time, and you are spot on of where it's going to stamp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my stamp. This is a photopolymer, and I'm going to place it where I want it to be. Line it up really well, and then I'm going to close the lid and just give it a little bit of a tap. Okay, let me make sure it's lined up where I want it. Sometimes when it's not inked up, it'll lift up off. Okay, so I'm going to ink it up with my black Memento ink. And the beauty about the Stamparatus is that, especially when you have large items or large stamps, and see, I can tell that right in there it's not quite, not all the way inked up. But the great thing about it is, even if I stamped it and it wasn't all the way inked up, because it stays in place, because your paper stays in place, and see right there, it's going to need to be inked a little bit more on the F, but because it stays in place, I can just go ahead and I can re-ink that really quickly. And ta-da, it's done. And if I had 10 more cards, it'd be really easy just to put it in the same place and continue to stamp cards. Now I'm going to use my Simply Chamois and clean that up. I don't like to leave my stamps dirty. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the colors because I'm going to use a different card background, and I'm going to use my stamping blends. I'm going to use the light and dark Bermuda Bay and the light and dark Granny Apple Green. And you usually start with your darker colors first. And I'm going to use, if you can see the small line here, it has more of a bullet point, and this will have more of a brush tip where the thicker line is. So I'm going to go up halfway up on these letters, and then I'll take the lighter color and blend it in. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is create a background on my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to place a scrap paper under it because I want to stamp off the sides of it. I'm going to use this cute little flower, and I want to be random and make it go in different directions. I don't want them all to be the same. And they don't have to be perfect. And I don't have to fill up the whole thing. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sponge dauber, and I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and I want to go around the edges of it ever so lightly. It looks a little too clean, so I just want to go around the edges so that it's not such a stark contrast with the Granny Apple Green. Looks like I'm getting a little crazy there, doesn't it? Well, if I'm going to get that crazy, I might as well just commit and go for it, right? All in. There we go. So it kind of shabby chics it up a little bit. I'm placing it on Bermuda Bay Cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I will glue this down. The next thing I'm going to do is to pop my top layer up on dimensionals. And I can see I'm running very low. But it is not a problem, because as you can see, I'm going to use all of my dimensionals. And these are my ratty scissors that I use on things that have adhesive on them. I don't use my Stampin' Up scissors. This just makes my dimensionals go farther. Okay, I've got all my dimensionals on, so I'm going to place this right in the center. Whoops. There we go. And the other thing, oh, I forgot I was going to stamp little flowers right there. Okay. We're going to try something. I forgot to stamp the little flowers on there that I wanted to ahead of time. So we're going to try something. We're going to see if we can color these cute little frosted clear epoxy droplets. I believe we can. Look at that, it's turning green. I love how you can do that. Now I'm going to take your pick tool. It dries pretty quickly too because it has alcohol on it. The stamping blend or stamping markers. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, for the inside, we're going to go with a stamp that says, "You are amazing." Hoping that I got it straight. Can't put my head over it, or I may have my head in the picture. Okay, and now we're going to go with this cute little curly Q thing right here, and we're going to put another one right there. Yay! Ta-da! And that makes my card almost finished. So the only thing that we have left to do, you can see I messed up earlier practicing. Isn't that cute? Same stamp set. I just flipped the colors around. Isn't it cute? I really like it. All right, everything that I used today, including the Stamparatus, will be listed in the description below my video. If there's anything that I featured today, or if there's anything in the catalog that you would, or if you would like a catalog, just let me know. and I'll be happy to send one out to you. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day.